welcome back to Art with Lazy channel. In this video is episode 2 of practice drawing with Noob. So in the previous video I actually explained about how to use shapes to draw a very basic portrait or a basic figure of the drawing. So in this video I hope to come up with the content that actually try to motivate or actually try to get you to be easily started. It's basically fake it till you make it, because that's what I believe, that everyone can draw, but it depends on individual. But sometimes it's very overwhelming that seeing a lot of the great artists out there drawing a lot of different types of drawings. They're giving a lot of tutorials, and even you go to search for the Pinterest, you get to see a lot of interesting drawings and very beautiful artworks out there. So we are never short of beautiful artworks, to be honest. So here we actually try to come up with something simple and break down. So I'm sure a lot of you experience something that you keep on looking on the videos, you keep on looking at very beautiful artworks. You can only admire, but if you are a person who would like to try to draw, you don't know where to start with, and you wanted to try to draw as someone that you admire with, and you find yourself in the rabbit hole of keep looking at people's artwork when you're scrolling across the Instagram. So it's a very interesting phenomenon that everyone somehow will have that kind of stages. But in here we just hope that everyone gets to understand what you are looking for. So it'll be great that if you can find an artist that you like. So for example, one of the artists that I follow, which is Coco Glance, her artwork, which I find it more simple to and more achievable to do it. And when I browse to her artwork, it looks very beautiful. And sometimes I look at other people's artwork as well. But in her art style, her is a lot of a very cute, very simple, vibrant, and very bold strokes. So it's very suitable for beginners to try with if you have some struggles, but let's try it, okay? So I'm actually drawing this on a piece of the paper, and then the reference image is actually overlapped on the right hand side, so that you guys can have a look on how it actually looks like, supposedly looks like, and the back and forth. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to draw the shape out, and I try to circulate. You will notice that I use a lot of circle because this rabbit has a lot of elements of circle elements there, and you can see that I'm actually trying to shape out all the details. It's more on trying to get the correct position. So when you try to draw that time, you just try to get on the head that for the first few try wouldn't get it perfectly. So normally I will have a lot of hairy lines in between, so that it actually helps me to structure or keep doing the corrections again and again, so that it keeps helping me to keep on refining how my lines should look like. So this is an ongoing process that you will need to practice the lines. If you have already practiced enough of the lines, you eventually will have you will easily get a very straight line without too much of effort. But if you can't get a straight line and so, it doesn't matter even if it's a hairy line, it's okay. So even the first time that I draw for this picture, I also couldn't get a very perfect line. So it's quite difficult to get it. You see, even the bottom there, is later I will do some corrections because they got some errors there. Yeah, now I realize that there's an error, so I decided to erase it. So even though I said it before in the video that try not to use eraser, but sometimes if you feel that you have the tendency to clean up the line so that you can see it better, it's okay to use it for once a while. So you will know that I like to use shapes a lot. So even I draw the strawberry, I will try to draw the circle there, and then with it actually try to shape out like a water drop. Then I noticed that the leaf there is more rounded elements, so it can all represent with the oval shape and the side of the lines. So it takes a lot of observation to get which one is which one, and you will need to see it very closely how it should be looks like. I constantly doing a lot of corrections in between so that it actually lets me to figure out which is correct. So now I erase the whole thing because I found out that the position of the rabbit is a bit wrong. So supposedly the rabbit just now was quite straight. So if you observe it closely, that you can see that the rabbit is actually a bit curved because the rabbit trying to hug itself. It will be a little bit curved if you look at a bit more detailed perspective. But for now, it's okay that if you can't get it, or maybe you get it, I'm not sure, but you can see how it goes. So once I correct the part that I think is a bit error, then I slowly just try to darken the lines when I get more confident that okay, so this is the correct position. Okay, so now I start to draw the lines. So it actually helps me to make sure that all the lines trace it properly, and you can trace it slowly, just that this video is fast forward. If not, it will just take longer than that. So approximately drawing one of this simple picture also takes like around 10 to 15 minutes to get it done. So you can actually try to draw something simple for the starting, and then you need to try to figure out okay, what's wrong and what I can do for the improvement. Alright, so this is what I get when I didn't notice that I didn't do any ink cover at the back. It inks on my marker. So that's it. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.